Hi, I'm Dan Amrich from Official Xbox Magazine, and in the April issue of OXM, you're going to find an enormous story on Fallout 3, which is the next big apocalyptic RPG from the folks that brought you Oblivion out of Bethesda Softworks. We've got everything you pretty much need to know and everything that you're allowed to know right now in the April issue. But in the meantime, we were able to sit down with Todd Howard and some key members of the development team to explain what you're seeing behind me. What do you do when the world ends, and how can that be any fun? They actually told us, they gave us some clues about what we can expect in Fallout 3, so check it out.
The story of Fallout 3, it starts out, you are born in an underground shelter called a vault. They have these vaults that humanity went into to save themselves. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And so the game starts in the vault, Vault 101, and no one ever gets out of here and no one ever gets in. And the beginning of the game flashes through periods of your life, so you actually play the game. You play your birth. You can press the A button and cry as you're born. And you kind of make your character throughout the beginning of the game. And when you're one, you learn how to walk and do all that, and the A button says Dada. And so we flash through periods of your life, and you learn how to play the game and connect with your father, who's played by Liam Neeson. And then when you're 19, your dad leaves the vault. You wake up and he's gone. This is a really, really big deal. And so the overseer who runs the vault thinks you had something to do with this, and they're kind of after you. And that's your jumping off point for you to leave and escape the vault into this post-apocalyptic wasteland. There's kind of the main quest path that deals with your father and the other main things that are going on. Then we have all these little miscellaneous quests and people who need your help.
When I just sort of close my eyes and envision what Fallout looks like, I mean, instantly the wasteland pops in my head. What does the wasteland look like? And of course, the previous games took place on the other side of the country, and they were in desert environments, and there's a certain standard to what the post-apocalyptic landscape looks like. You know, desert, sand, a lot of brown, you know, that kind of thing. It's very dry, arid. The challenge was we have to be true to that. We have to keep the same feel, but of course we're moving to an entirely different environment. We're going to the East Coast, you know, so it still has to have that Fallout vibe, but you know the terrain's going to be different. You know, Fallout is definitely it's a dark world, but again, because it's a study in contrast, and I think you know what makes life interesting is contrast. It's horror and beauty. It's like the horror of like the situation you're in, and you're in a destroyed world, and the plight of the people you meet, and the characters, and all that comes across in their faces and the environments. It's dark but beautiful.
Well, hopefully now you're looking forward to the end of civilization just as much as I am. If you'd like to read more about Fallout 3, pick up the April issue of Official Xbox Magazine, won't you? Also, you can go to oxmonline.com. We've got some information on Fallout 3 there, as well as just about every other Xbox game you would ever care about. Check it out there, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.